Hello friend, and welcome to Thankful Thriftiness. For those of you who are new, welcome, pleased to meet you. My name is Marin. I'm a Christian wife, mama, and homemaker, and I live in the beautiful state of Michigan. Around here, we like to focus on thrifty homemaking, sustainable swaps, and living well within our means. If you enjoy this video today, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so that you never miss any of our upcoming uploads. If you want to see some more daily content, little homemaking hacks, and even be part of Get Her Done when I post them, head to the Instagram linked in my bio. I've been using homemade Tallow Balm for over a year now, and my skin has never been happier or healthier. Not to mention, it's almost completely faded my stretch marks from having 2 babies. If you didn't see last week's video on how to take raw beef fat and render it into white, scentless, purified tallow to use in your own skincare products, then click the link above, watch that video, and then come back after and I'll show you how to make something out of that wonderful tallow you just rendered. If you did watch that video, then you know that we now have a beautiful cake of tallow ready to be used in our Tallow Balm. One quick thing to note before we move on is that if you froze your tallow to use later in a recipe like this one, don't forget to do a quick dry render after you thaw it to make sure that any water or condensation that built up is expelled so that we don't contaminate the balm and we don't grow any mold. And if you need to know how to do that, reference the last video. You only need 3 ingredients to make this tallow balm: your rendered tallow, some type of oil. I like to use jojoba. You could also use castor, coconut, or olive. They are all great. Just know that they tend to clog pores more than the jojoba, but they have different virtues than the jojoba oil. And honey, because it's just wonderful for your skin, and I love the feel that it gives the tallow balm when I apply it to my face. To make roughly 2 cups of this tallow balm, first I weighed out 200 grams, or approximately 1 cup of our prepared tallow. You could melt it down and measure out a cup of it, but I found it easiest just to chunk it up and toss it on my kitchen scale to make sure I get my measurements right. I placed the tallow in my mixing bowl and then filled a little pan with water to create a double boiler. Slowly but surely, I melted down my tallow until it was liquid, and then I turned off the heat and removed the bowl from the pan so it could start to cool down. I let the tallow cool down until it was only slightly warm to the touch, but not solidified for the best whipped effect. The basic recipe is 1 cup or 200 grams of tallow to 2 tablespoons of your preferred oil and 1 tablespoon of honey. Next, I turned my mixer on high and allowed the mixture to be whipped for a good long while. I did take a couple breaks to stop, check on the consistency, and scrape the edges to make sure that nothing was left unmixed. And there's no exact science here, you just kind of have to go by feel. I decided it was done when it resembled a more firm whipped cream, or what I would believe would be called firm peaks in whipped egg whites. Basically the texture that resembles a nice buttercream. After it was done, I let it sit until it was completely cooled so no condensation is built up in the jars. My favorite way to get this into the jars is to drape a Ziploc bag over a cup and then spoon in the tallow balm. It just makes it so much more mess-free and so much easier to fill up the piping bag without getting it all over the place, because believe me, it already does. Quick note, make sure you do not put this stuff down your drain. However you need to do it, just don't put it down your drain. It's not good for your pipes at all. Once the bag was full, I zipped it closed, clipped one of the little corners, and began to fill my jar. I am so glad to have another batch done. I have a couple of family members who are due for a refill, including myself. This makes a wonderful gift for any occasion, but make sure to gift it quickly and even store it in the fridge to make it last longer. After making it for your first time, if you want to play around with the texture, you could add a little bit more oil to make it a little bit softer or honestly runnier. I know that sounds gross, but whatever you feel like doing, you can do. Just start with this recipe to begin with and you can tweak it later on. If you want to learn how to make a very simple, wonderful homemade lip balm, click the link above. And if you want to learn how to make your own tallow lip balm, let me know in the comments and I can get working on that. I haven't quite perfected the recipe yet, but I can definitely do that if that's something y'all are interested in. Again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye! I am so bad at ending a video. If anyone has advice, please leave it down below. Also, I apologize for my voice in this video. I know it's terrible, but I have a cold and I had to get this video done today, so